Hello, my most amazing art students. All right, today we are going to do a lesson that involves shapes and lines and color, and we're going to learn about radiating lines and some other amazing things. And first, before we get started, let's talk about what we're going to need. So you're going to need a piece of paper. I've selected white because that's what we have in the art room. But if you have something else at home, that's perfectly fine too if you're working at home. But those of you in the art room, you're going to have this 12 by 18 sheet of paper for your background. You're also going to need at least 4 sheets of different colors. So I have orange, blue, yellow, green. Your block of paper might have red in it. It might have 2 different yellows. It just will have 4 different colors. The colors don't matter. So any 4 colors that you have are good. You're going to need something black to trace our shapes with. See, I've got my black outline. So you'll need something black, whether it's a marker or a crayon. You could even use a pencil if that's all you have. That's okay. Um, you're going to need a glue stick. You're going to need your scissors. We always keep those at the top of our desk. And you'll need markers or crayons or colored pencils or something that you can draw out your lines after we're finished gluing them down, the shapes. Okay, guys, so let's get started. I am going to put my white sheet of paper aside because I don't need that yet. And I'm going to start by taking apart, I stapled these together for you so that we didn't lose them as we were getting our art supplies out. So after you've gotten out your art supplies, I want you to take apart your 4 sheets of paper. So go ahead and do that now. You may get out your marker or crayon or something to trace or draw your shapes out with. Make sure you have your scissors, and I want you to put those at the top of your table. I want your workspace to look similar to mine so that we stay organized and our belongings stay in our little section. We want to make sure that we're safe and have everything we need. So you'll need crayons or markers. I pulled out both because I might use both just to show. And then your glue stick. So make sure, find each of those in your art kit for me right now. And when you're done, then you're going to take apart your 4 pieces of paper like I did. And then I'm just going to put those, I'm going to scoop my scissors back and give myself some room to work. Okay, everybody should have their things. I am going to take my first piece of paper, and today we are going to draw some shapes. The first shape we're going to draw is a circle. You can pick up your black crayon or marker that you're going to write with. If you have a marker, make sure you remember to put that lid on the back so we don't lose it. And we need this hand to hold our other paper still. So the first shape I'm going to draw is a circle, and I'm going to make this one kind of big. So there we go. It's just one curved line that just keeps going around and around. Now my circle's not perfect, and that's okay. We're not trying to draw perfect shapes. We're just trying to draw shapes. All right, so we've got our first circle. And now I'm going to try and fill up my space, and I need a rectangle. So I'm going to have a straight line, and I can make an L. And now I can take that line up, make another long line, and then a short line at the top to connect it. And now I've got a rectangle. And so I have room down here for a small triangle. So a triangle, I'm going to make like a V that's upside down. So one angled line, kind of like that, or the beginning of an A. If I put a line here, that would be an A. But I'm going to put my line at the bottom. So I have a small triangle. All right, I'm going to put this paper aside, and now let's do some more shapes. Oh, I forgot to put that back on my top. All right, now let's do a square first. So a square is 4 equal sides. My sides aren't going to be perfect, and that's okay. I'm just going to try and make all of my lines the same. And if it's not quite perfect, that'll be all right. Now another triangle, but I'm gonna make a different shape triangle this time. I'm gonna rotate my paper. I'm gonna do another upside down V. I'm gonna make this one wider. So this one is wider than it is tall. So my bottom line is really long. It looks like it got squished a little bit. All right, and next I'm gonna just do a smaller circle. My first one was pretty big, but this one, I'm just gonna make it a little bit smaller. Okay, so now I've got 3 more shapes. Now I'm gonna take my next paper and we're gonna make 3 more shapes. So we should have a rectangle, a circle, and a triangle, a square, and a circle. And if you're going a little bit slower than me, that's okay. You can catch up. We're just gonna keep on going. Now we'll start with a triangle first. I'm gonna make this one really tall. So I've drawn a straight line down, and now I'm gonna make an L again. So I've got an L. Does everybody see my L? Now, if I take my line and I connect it with a diagonal line, oh, look, they don't connect, but that's okay. I can just take that and connect them there. So now they do. We don't have to worry if things aren't perfect the first time. All right, now let's make another rectangle. So this one we don't need to make as big as the last one. We don't want all of our shapes huge, some small. And this time we're gonna make a medium-sized circle. Oh, my paper's, sometimes we gotta move and hold on. Okay, so now we're gonna do our last one. And this time I'm gonna draw a couple different shapes, like how about an oval? An oval is a circle that looks like it was squished, or like an egg. So it's like a U, and then it curves up and comes back together. That's like an oval. So see how that looks like a circle that was squished down? Now how about a diamond? A diamond. We know a triangle is an upside down V, like that, or the start of an A. But now if I do the V right side, I've got a diamond. So it almost looks like a rectangle that got blown in the wind. Like if the wind was coming, it went whoosh, and the rectangle went whoop and went sideways. And ooh, how about a heart? Okay, so this one, if you know how to make a U, we're gonna do a curved line like a U, but then keep it going. And then we're gonna do an opposite on this side. A curved line like a U. This is really good practice. And if you mess up, it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect, because look, sometimes, see, that heart's not perfect. One side's bigger than the other, but it's still cute. All right, so put the lid back on your marker if that's what you're using. And go ahead and set it aside. Put all of your papers up at the top, and we will move on to the next part once everybody has their circles, squares, and triangles drawn out. You should have 3 on each paper, 3 shapes on each paper. And if you want to do one paper, the special shapes, you can. These are all geometric shapes. We can talk about that a little bit while you guys are still drawing out your shapes if you're still working on that. So geometric shapes are shapes that we can identify. There's circle, rectangle, and a triangle are all geometric. So are hearts, ovals, diamonds, hexagons, and pentagons, and polygons. Those are all geometric. But the simplest ones that we're going to learn and talk about today are circles, triangles, and squares, rectangles, diamonds, and hearts, and ovals. So those are the ones we're going to work with today. All right, so take a minute and finish drawing out and wait for your friends. Remember not to play with your extra supplies while you're waiting. Just wait patiently. Puzzle hands are always a good idea at our desk.